Okay, hello. Red Eye Santos here. I haven't streamed in a bit, and that's my bad. I do not do good with staying on time, on track of things. However, I have been practicing, and I'd like to continue practicing. Hopefully, maybe playing some more games on this channel. Eventually. I've been playing through some build battle, I've been playing through some bunch of games. So, here we go. Let's get right into it. And we'll go with this character. Thunder Dress and a pirate. Okay. Like put on the controls for a second because I haven't played in, I want to say, it feels like a few days. Huh. Maybe like a week or so. Muscle memory will kick back in. I've gotten a pretty far run on this game. However, it wasn't even far enough to make it to the game, so we'll have to keep going through it. Died to the traitor after getting the ballista button, which sucked at the time. But yeah, it is what it is. There was a thing that happened on docs. Chat. I can open up. Oh, that's cool. I actually closed out of this immediately. Sign into chat. Oh, really? It's forcing me to sign into Google to chat. Alright, here we go. Alright. So I should be able to see any chat, which is pretty cool. Oh. This is, oh. Okay, wait. Okay, I can send things. Awesome. Shift, yeah, okay. I thought I was pressing shift there. I really second guessed my own fingers in that second. I have no idea. Oh, it probably was a tab mode game, that's why. Maybe it was. I have no idea. So yeah, I'd like to definitely play some more games on this channel. I've been playing through mostly Minecraft Bedrock because I have servers there. I think playing with 50 players more fun than playing with nobody. And a lot of my friends don't play things very often, so I'm not much of a choice in that. I don't want to play people. I prefer to play big servers, which I don't have a problem with going with hide and playing through some build battle really. Fireballs. Can you maybe? I don't remember if you could fire or not. You definitely have fire. I don't think it was good as you had though. Oh, it probably came from that. That makes sense. Okay. I've forgotten what every enemy in this game does. I'm gonna run out of place there. Maybe it's bad. No. Maybe it's not that overcomplicated. I have already gotten the achievement for completing this game mode. However, it wasn't done in a fair run. I had House Rules on. I don't have it this time. And I think that after this series is over, and I actually managed to complete it, I might start I might replay through the game without any kind of difficulty modifiers on, just playing through the regular game. I might play through... I might start doing Legacy True Road with House Rules, but instead of giving myself buffs, I give myself notes, like high resolve costs, extra enemy HP, extra enemy damage. Honestly, extra enemy HP sounds like hell, because I hate long fights. I'll play through it maybe. However, I feel like I will want to multiply their damage output more. I'm okay with taking more damage. I'm not one for fights that last a abysmal amount of time. Not abysmal. I play through some of the Vader Terraria fights in mods like Calamity, and I don't know if they've given an update to Fargo Soul, but I do want to play through it again. For the Damascus mode. Very fun, very enjoyable. An awful time, admittedly. Maybe I should find this fun. However, I do find it very enjoyable. I think the new Deltarune update came out after I stopped playing, and I did play through all of that, and it was actually so fun. As someone who really enjoys a hard game, Cohesive Shield is amazing, by the way. I don't think I mentioned it whenever I got it. Cohesive Shield is probably the greatest item in the game ever since the measure got nerfed. Definitely the greatest item defensively, as well as utility-wise, because you get to not take damage to gain max HP. You also get to survive a hit if you have a cryo on, which makes every cryo in the game way less scary. I'm going to come back here after I got another charge of Coesis. Coesis is probably the best relic in the game. Could be wrong. But ever since I loved the measure. Mainly being a bow player and getting skill kits is fairly easy on the measure. The measure gives you, well, it used to give you HP based off of your max vitality, I think. It's like a percentage of your max HP whenever you kill an enemy due to a skill kit. Its effect for getting HP is still the same, but the formula that it uses made it way worse. It now uses intelligence, which is a stat that will not be as high as your max HP. I think basically ever. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's just because I am a bulky barbarian build player, even though I played ranger and stuff. Which barbarian was another one of my favorite classes for the longest while, because just big damage axe and not much to think about. It's not my favorite weapons anymore, mainly because Red is my main playing style. Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought that I had to play at the end of this. I think we take the Cornucopia for utility, and if you have the Coesis. Cornucopia is still very helpful. And I am kind of in need of any HP that I can lay my hands on and get my grubby mitts on. Okay. After killing this blobfish, I should run back and grab that. What do I call it? I don't really think Blessing of Life. I have not really given that a name. Local tree? Oh, 1 second. Hey, fellas. Okay. Thank you. Love you. The mic's still on. What is the mic connected to? Wait a second. It's connected to the wrong mic. I think. Yep. Alright, so let's see. How do I change the device that it's connected to? How do I use OBS, actually? I still don't know. So default for desktop audio. This? Hello? No, we can still hear. What am I doing? Why am I still able to be heard whenever this is muted? What the heck? I don't really get this. Let me put this on my phone so I can actually hear myself and know what my voice sounds like. It's probably a bad thing if I don't know what I sound like. Alright, so I do sound like straight ass. What the hell? Yeah, desktop audio. Why the heck? Did that fix it? Alright, so I do sound like straight ass. Let's... Definitely didn't fix it. Okay, one second. Why? One second. The clicky? I'm trying to find out how to fix the microphone.
No, the microphone stopped working.
No, it's working. It's just not working on OBS.
On what?
OBS.
I don't know what that is.
Streaming thing. Not a place.
Sorry.
Oh, and for supply. Wait a second. Let me go back to here. This is taking forever. What's wrong?
It's swirling. It was just a battery issue.
Okay, that's good. That means that thing goes through batteries very quickly.
Yeah.
Yikes. Looks nice. Again. Okay.
One of these batteries are good. I don't know which one was the one that. I think it might have been this one.
I don't know.
Here, I'll leave these here for next time that it goes out. Connor? Multiple things, batteries.
Me too. Alright, so this is great. Alright, so check back with the mic. Properties. Device. It's using the correct device, it should be at least. Alright. I'm gonna assume everything's working now. My bad for taking so long. Not going the right way even. Okay. What are we buying here? I don't think I opened the door yet, so I wouldn't know. Alright, you're back into the swing of things. Nice, that's gonna give me a global magnet damage increase. Shown by this. It's 7% or 7.5 or something like that. Alright, and the first boss fight. I shouldn't die to this one. However, it's possible. Excellent. Every boss of the main game is given a modifier for true growth. These modifiers are normally reserved only for champion enemies, which are the enemies of the highest ranks, or called commanders actually, but in True Rogue, every boss is given at least one of them. Avoid touched. Alright. I'll try it. I might die to this. Let's try to make the first run go somewhat well. Oh, okay. So good. Focused on one of these enemies, and notice I'm not doing that. I'm not focused on this guy. I'm stuck. Okay, 3 HP left. This sucks that I'm early Oasis, and I really don't fancy losing that. Hoping that I can pull it back, but it's looking, damn, alright, yeah, that's fair. First run of the day went okay. Not great. Just making sure. Alright, yes, it does work. Alright, I think it's connected to the right audio port now. So I tend to look for either a pirate or a knight because they get the best bonus here with their class ability. And I don't normally care what weapon, like there are a few weapons that I will say absolutely not to. If we didn't find anything, let's just go... Could go Ronin. I almost never go this class because he has low HP. Let's go Ronin. High damage, low HP. Starts off 300 is the normal, but I start out with the knight and the pirate. We get 60 less HP, but 20% increased damage. The knight is good because it has extra critical strike chance, which is good for non-skill crits, as well as super crits, which are a combination between a skill crit and a regular crit. And really annoying room, actually. And pirates just increase critical strike damage. Another pretty okay one to go for is the barbarian class. However, I normally don't go with that one. It does increase vitality though, which can be nice. Vitality normally isn't something that hugely matters in this run. Normally, I want to get done with the fight as quickly as possible because I know that I will eventually choke. So, strength and damage. I am doing awfully with this character. I need to lock it in. I do plan to maybe play some more Terraria. I do hope so. I don't know if I'll go for a super, not just difficult, but like also annoying run type like I did with the one. I forget what it was called. Infernal something. Eternal Infernum? I think that was what it was called. Eternity and Infernum mixed together, not a fun time. I might do that again. I don't know. So it's particularly add to me either. Where'd that thing go? Zola doesn't get... it's not worth it. Oof. This run is not going very well. I am choking. Hard. Alright. Now this is why I have not won a single run of Rogue, True Rogue, within all of the time that's been playing on this. Software's been going great. I'm hopefully making it to, well, I'm going to be making it into BPA states for SQL development testing, so that's awesome. I think I got like an 86 or something on the test, which is pretty cool. It's a lot better than what I did last year, which I think was like 60-ish%. Glad that I know more than I did before. I did do a pretty bit of practicing for the test this year, which I didn't do last year, so just refreshing on all the topics. Learned C# quite a good bit more. Not... I've worked on a few more game dev projects, which was fine. With any project really, you have to have multiple people working with you, and it's very hard to stay motivated for this kind of project whenever it feels like you're the only one working on it, which I know that you're probably not the only one working on it, and that's probably just an excuse. Which I don't really want to give myself excuses. I want to be doing my best. Yikes. All my friends are trying. I do know that they're trying. BPA game dev probably won't go well. I couldn't get the assets that I needed. I was working on all the coding, as well as trying to manage the sound design, which I've been working on using FL Studio, which is pretty cool. I'm not great at it. But I made some music for the game, at least I made something. Kill these guys. My commentary has nothing to do with the game's talking, what's happening in the game. Don't want that thing to activate. Blast with a yellow ball. Bubblefish is. I don't know. Okay, there we go. Yikes! All right. Okay. I can get the assets I need in terms of 3D development, so I don't think that we're going to be making it to nationals for game development this year. I think it'd be really cool if we did. I did not like the prompt this year. The prompt was like really iffy. I think I did pretty okay with the time that I had. I didn't do nearly all that I should have. So that's really cool, getting a double Quasis shield. Okay. Right back. Nope. Not going in that room. I've been wanting to play through some more robot games. I still have hopes of developing my own robot games in the future. Hackathons are pretty cool events to make games. I notice I do work better whenever I'm on a time crunch. I feel more motivation. I don't know. Especially whenever I'm like sleeping on the floor of a college campus. Oh, I got accepted into a local university, which is pretty cool. Very awesome. It's not a super prestigious university. I actually really need to apply for my scholarships now before I lose the ability to. Yeah, as soon as possible. Whenever I have the motivation to go on to those sites and fill all those out, I'll do that eventually. Life has been going pretty okay. I think a Quasis shield blocked that though, so that's nice. Quasis shield being the only way that I can survive in Chirrub. Oh, right, this is the Sun Tower. Actually, this place has a boss that I'm probably the worst at dealing with. I've only managed to do somewhat okay with this boss a few times. I mean, getting done with him early though is pretty nice. At least I won't have to deal with double. I probably won't have to deal with double commander like you do with the third boss, and probably won't have to deal with hard mode like I'd have to do with the fourth boss, and also traitor, and also probably king. I've been thinking about maybe replaying through Ni no Kuni if I have the chance. Which, if you guys don't know about Ni no Kuni, it is a wonderful game made by Studio Ghibli. They're not the only people that were in the makings of that game, but notably Studio Ghibli with all the art. Absolutely amazing game, amazing studio. I get so nostalgic whenever I listen to it. That was probably my main challenge game growing up, other than the Pikmin series, which I grew up on Pikmin 3. Which is another awesome game. I've been playing more chess recently, which has been pretty cool. I've thought about maybe getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know if I've told anyone about like any of this on this channel, so he's using Yu-Gi-Oh? Wait, I am sucking right now. Okay, I need to. That's death, so we're gonna take the other one. I'm gonna check my ability because of course I did. Yeah, let's not. I mean, nah. I don't think I'm gonna survive that if I take it. I could have. I do have Coesis, so it could have been optimal for me to do so. 1 second. Okay. All right, and here we go. Chest opened and going up to fight against Irad. This boss is one of the ones that I am worst at dealing with. I think if I were to rank the bosses, I think that in terms of easiest to hardest, I'd say that I think Nama might be the easiest for me to deal with, followed by Lamek, then the Void Beasts from the watery area. After that, I think I'm gonna put these three are very hard to place. I'm gonna say, you know, I do find this one like really hard. I died to him a bunch. What is his name? The wizard guy. The wizard guy. I'm so great at describing things. The scholar. Let me.
The other one, take out the trash, please. Before it starts snowing.
Let me look him up on my phone. This is not necessary. I could just say the wizard one, but Road, Legacy, Estuaries. Enoch. It's Enoch. Enoch, then Tubal, then Irad, then the Traitor, then the King. This will probably be an attempt at it though. The Bastion of Providence. So I've noticed that I am a lot better at. Oh, it's got explosion magic. I'm a lot better whenever I try to focus less on actually doing the most damage and focus more on spin kicks. Just stay incredibly mobile during this fight. Ouch. I'm gonna just spin kick off of the bottom on it. Which you can do. Whenever it's not, it won't yet. It doesn't deal damage. Yeah, this is an awful thing, actually. Maybe I'll clutch it up in a second. Here is kind of why I find it hard. It is like a just absolute. It overwhelms you. Okay, clutched up in the second half of that fight. I'm very bad at it, so I'm glad that I did that. That was awesome. Alright. Alright, I got the healing item, which is probably the most helpful out of all of the abilities, I think, in True Rogue specifically. Discounting weapons, like this Ranger specific one is really good for the Ranger class. This is probably an S tier. It's very applicable to every situation. It's not hard to find uses for it. Some of them are very situational. This one is not situational at all. Needing HP is situation, which for this game mode normally you're needing a lot of HP because normally attacks do a lot of damage and you want to have a good source of healing. Now I do have Quasis' shield, which makes it so that I can block a lot of damage. Normally I can refrain from taking damage between like kills. I'll normally not take damage that often, however whenever I do take damage it's a lot of damage, so Quasis' shield definitely does help a very large amount. Obelisk is a very, very nice to have ability. And what it does is it turns skill crits, which are the crits that you get for being good at the game, into well, not really good at the game, but good at your character class, which I guess is good at the game. And it turns them into super crits. It gives them a higher chance to. And super crits are the purple damage markers that are a combination between a regular critical hit, which is odds based, and a skill crit, which are skill based. We're gonna, nice, okay, we're gonna wait until we have a Quasis' shield charged before if I get that. Now, getting multiple Quasis shield that I have is not normally optimal. However, there was a double Quasis shield, and I wasn't really gonna take down getting Quasis shield in general. Quasis shield is a 40 resolve item, and resolve is a very limited resource in this game. And you don't want to take resolve where you don't have to. Quasis shield's effect doesn't really help out much, considering it only drops down the number that's regularly 6 enemy kills to get a single. I probably didn't have to do that. Probably shouldn't. It's regularly 6 down to 5. You're getting a third would turn that's regularly 5 down to 4, so on, so on. Basically, it's very helpful for clearing out enemies, less helpful for bosses, which is because normally Quasis shield is good enough at clearing out these regular areas that you don't need it, and you want to kind of spend the rest of your resolve on boss enemies, because that is also a very hard part of the game. Damage is normally what you kind of want to be focusing in terms of the bosses. That I didn't even notice it was inside. Wakey. Take the first one. Honestly, I might just take the second one because I do have healing and the Quasis shield. So I don't really care if I take a little bit extra damage. So yeah, I don't want to go back to this place anyway. Definitely not optimal. Definitely still optimal, but that's fine. I don't always play it optimally. Oh, I should have explained. Blessings here change your ability. And these are great, better than any of the other ones, because these increase your resolve. Which resolve is a very important resource, because if it goes under 100, then it starts taking out your max life. So it becomes a multiplier towards your max life. If you have 99%, then you only get to use 99% of your HP. If you have 50%, then your HP is cut in half, your maximum HP. And you use resolve to buy items like the obelisk, like these two beards that I'm not going to grab. Mana leech is what they give, which I think it's what they give at least. So whenever I hit an enemy, they will leech mana while they're alive. Where normally mana is gained on hit only. Or via a potion. Yeah, mana leech for 4 seconds. Oh, that sucks. Gotta slow down a little bit so I don't lose over stuff. Well, that's definitely the boss room over there. That's definitely the area that spawns at the lowest point of the map. I really do think the Fishing Dive is a very cool area. This place has Estuary to Ball, which is not one that I'm not the best at dealing with 2 ball. However, I am pretty good with this weapon, so it possibly will be fine. Alright, we got the shawl, which gives me an extra air dash, and the twin feather cap, which can be charged. I don't really care for either of those two. Raven Ring and Fated Die, I don't really need more area clearing abilities, so I don't think I need the Fated Die. Raven Ring, I'm hoping not to get to that low resolve number so you can really utilize it. So I might as well not do that. Raven Ring gives you more damage the lower that your resolve is. More attack damage, specifically. Not like... not your magic damage. Your magic damage is given to a different item that's similar to the Raven's Ring. Called the Crane's Ring, I want to say? Ouch. Ooh. Oh no. I didn't even see you. Okay. That thing is too fast. Get away. Thank you. Maximum soup, that's awesome. I'm gonna use every charge of that to get more HP, because I do not like being that low. Especially because I have already defeated a boss, so I do want this run to do good. Well, all my runs do good, but, you know, I care more about this one. The stage hazards are a little annoying. Let's see, this place and the Sun Tower have the 2 worst stage hazards. And this place doesn't even have that bad of a stage tower. Stage hazard. Bleh. Followed by probably the Fission Dry Lake. And then probably I never remember anything about this area. The book place, the magic place where Estuary is. Yeah, the academy or something? I don't know. The place with all the magic. All the sorcerers. That one's probably after the water area. How have I named everything in this game? Can I break that thing, please? Thank you. Probably wouldn't have noticed that was there if it didn't stop. board though. I'm sure that I probably missed a lot of fairy chests in this game, just because I'm not observant. Ouch. I am very glad to have Quasis' shield. I am not good enough at the game to survive without it. Yeah, Quasis' shield is going to be very helpful, especially whenever if I ever manage to complete this and decide to turn on the house rules to make it harder. I don't know about taking 114 damage. It's actually a lot. With how little my HP is. Okay. Go away. This is why this place is probably the second hardest one to deal with. Maybe the Corellian Plateau is probably after the Academy. Whatever that place is. The cold place is after. And then I'd say that the Citadel Agartha, the first area of the game, probably has the easiest. Not difficult to deal with at all. Dual Blades, now my capability to fight against this final boss is a lot less. However, I do want to take that because it does give me a permanent damage increase, which I'm not going to pass up. But you have to get really close and personal with this weapon. Not my cup of tea. I like shooting at enemies from far away where I don't have to take a lot of damage. Those icicles all do damage, so it's best to just not pay attention, not like go after that enemy whenever it's charging. You just stay out of its way, wait for it to be done, and then that fish can be one of the most annoying enemies in the game. It wants to be. Fish is not my friend. I was trying to blast that eyeball, but that did not work out in my favor. Because I don't really want to activate the punishment cube. I guess I could, like, just be that. Right. How am I gonna kill it? How am I gonna? Am I gonna kill it? I'm gonna, no point in killing it, actually. That's fine. I don't see any fairy chests. Let's continue on. I really gotta keep an eye out for that. I really do. Map. We're gonna go down and to the right here. Yep. In terms of which area is the most difficult, I'd definitely say that the Forbidden Fire Lake area is the most difficult out of all the areas to choose. Well, maybe the Sun Tower. I'm not sure. This place definitely has the hardest enemies, even in True Rogue, I think. But, But I didn't even need to go down here, did I? No, it was in different directions, so I just took damage for no reason. This way. We go this way. This way. This way. Alright. What was I just talking about? I forget. Alright. Memory of a goldfish. I thought of playing some different kinds of games on the stream. I do enjoy anything that's like ouch difficult. Not because I'm good at it, because I'm bad. I think that trying something over and over again until you eventually win is very fun. Practicing makes something very worse as you actually do it. I remember my first time killing the mutant. I'm pretty sure I might have that. I don't know exactly remember how I felt. I might have just been like very tired of the mutant fight, or I might have been. I probably was ecstatic, I'd say. I'm not sure though. My very first fight of the mutant that I actually managed to beat it in Fargo's Solmon was very enjoyable. I remember trying to refight it after Masochist mode was unlocked, I think. After you defeat it the first time, it actually unlocks Masochist mode. And I remember trying it and then getting like paused at the pause whenever you hit by an item and just getting absolutely blasted, and I remember giving up for a short while after. There are two ways to skill crit with this weapon. Two ways for me to activate obelisk procs. There's the first way, which is dashing into attack, which is one of the ways to skill crit. A lot of weapons like to have a dash skill crit effect, such as the axe has it, I think, the sword has it, the daggers have it, as I'm showing. The final attack of the daggers is also a crit, and it does extra damage. Which those purples are the skill crits that you can see happening because of obelisk, which gives you extra skill crits, gives you extra super crits if you skill crit. So it increases the chance that you get a crit, as long as your attackable is a skill. I need to lock them in. Okay. Oh my god. I just got like pounded. That was not fun. That was actually insane. Okay. The elite shield is probably one of my enemies I can deal with the least in the game. I am not good at dealing with those things. I think they're very hard. So there's a secret if we can get down there, but I'm not gonna get down there because I don't think that the secrets do anything. And I don't think that you can like read the story things anyway. Not story code. Which actually, I played the entire story mode, I got all the secrets, but I still very loosely understand what's going on in the game. I feel like I need one of those videos where it goes in depth on the explanations and connecting everything. I'm like, oh, I found that. I did not connect that to that. I want to see a timeline of the events. Oh, that's painful. Honestly, I feel like taking that to be spiteful. Yeah, sure. Maybe I'll defeat the boss without taking damage. That's awful. I did not know. If I would have known that, I would have went here first. That's fine. This is a bad idea. That is an awful idea. Why did I do that? Okay, let's see. Alright. Admittedly, I think I'm pretty bad at this fight, so... Oh, he's a flamer. Ugh, ew. I don't like extra projectiles. I'll try to dodge. Ooh, okay, that's fine. Actually, this is the only boss where the resistance shield can come into effect. So this might go fine. Might also not go fine, and I might fucking explode. Probably the second option. Okay. Alright. Awesome. 3 phases to this fight. I do have 1 free hit. Possibly I might be able to gain another free hit after I get hit, but that's after I'm hit initially, so it doesn't really matter. Like, okay, it matters a lot actually. I changed my mind. No, it doesn't matter because I'll probably end up just dying. Yeah, like that. Okay, maybe I should like dash into the wall. I didn't think the fire was gonna be high enough to hit me. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Panicked a little bit because of that. That's fine. I had worth, honestly. Pandora's Box is such a good trial to get. I don't even mind that at all. Alright, we're back to Axis Monday. That's this place is called. Axis Monday. I had forgotten that. Admittedly. Wonder... how this works. Oh, here we go. What is this? Sure. Okay. Alright. No, I'm good now. Let's see. People are tuning in. Which is nice to see how many people are in the chat. Currently it's 0, so I can't really talk to anybody. However, that's alright. And it's not that bad. Not that bad. I'm not a very entertaining person, but don't mind at all. Only 1 total view. I thought I saw like 3 viewers in here earlier, but guess not. Guess one of them was me, and one of them could have been like I got healing again. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not the greatest streamer. I spend a good amount of time trying to make a good video icon for today. I try to make all of them myself. I'm using Canva, which is pretty cool. It's kind of what I have access to. I don't have anything better. Canva's not. Okay. There we go. That chest placement is it's the bane of my existence. It is my Achilles heel. I do have some trouble with mechs sometimes, because although I don't, I sometimes know that they're mech, I'll still end up walking into their space while dealing with other enemies, because they're not mobile, so it's hard to, it's easy to lose track of them if they're not mobile. Like, if you can see them moving, okay, it's fair enough. I feel like I need to lock in and shut the fuck up whenever that's I might play through some difficult Undertale fan games on this account. I do appreciate a good bullet hell. I'm probably better at Undertale style bullet holes than this game in general. Go through, dang, go through some runs in a bad time simulator. I mean, I could do that like. Ouch. I could do that on the side of this video, to be honest. The run or two of bad time simulator hard mode. I will say, I think that Undyne is a lot harder in the main game than Sans. And I do stand by that. Maybe it's because I've spent more time fighting enemies like Sans, but my first run of Genocide, first and only run of Genocide, it's not really much replayability other than just refight the enemies. Undyne paused me for like half a day. I think I defeated Sans on my first or second try. And that was using a controller that I had on my Xbox. I don't have Undertale. Let's see. I say Xbox? I don't know if I said Xbox or not. I meant PlayStation. I played it on a console. I'm having a hard time dealing with this enemies all backed up in the corner like this. This weapon is not good in this situation. Maybe I'm just not doing good with it doing that kind of situation. I don't know. Probably the latter. Reroll. Here, the measure, yes. Enemies defeated with a critical hit, restore your health. Scales to 50% of your intelligence. It used to be, it heals 6% of your max HP, or something like that, which was absolutely incredible. One of the best items in the game. Love the item. Very nice to use. Oh, I'm gonna die here. I didn't die. Not there, at least. Halfway point for the plateau. I'm probably not fail. Honestly. I don't know if this will be my last stream of the day. It's been really cold, which has been affecting my sleep depression symptoms. Quite significantly, which suck to deal with, but we deal. One sec. Alright. Anyhow, I took damage, I don't know what from. Probably from this asshole. I was doing something. Ooh. Why is that guy up there? I'm not even going to attempt to deal with that one because I don't have a weapon for it. This is not a weapon. This is not a weapon. I don't like the daggers. I will deal with it, and I will shoot it dead. I am very happy to find a gun. Okay. Bingo. I'm using any semblance of something that I used to have. I don't need it anymore. We deal. We deal. Gonna be 18 soon, so that's cool. In February. I don't really know what I'll do in the 18. Other than I know that college is coming up soon. I don't like my old job at Giant Eagle anymore. I don't know. So I ended up quitting to focus on my schoolwork. Clotho and the scissors are both very good together. But I decided to take the scissors, the Clotho spindle today, because any higher crits boost off of the measure, which is still a good item, I will say. The measure was never, will never be as bad. Like, it increases my life gain by 8 currently, for an enemy that was killed by a quit, which is pretty good. And intelligence, I guess it's 16. I do want more crit chance though, so I'd probably take any Clotho that the game's willing to give me. I can also take a Pandora's Trial and hope that I don't die. Pandora, I will almost always take every single time. I love Pandora's Box. It is the best trial by far. Followed up by the Demeter's Trial, as Demeter's Trial has a better, oh, that's not happy. That's not very nice. I don't even have a hit to, like, tank. There's a possibility, Ares is not flying. That's just dying, I guess. That's good. I mean, it's not the first time. Okay, I meant to press R to reload. It's fine. That's fine. Oh. That sucks. Oh, that sucked. That's fine. That's awful. Okay. Alright. Open up here. So we're gonna hope Okay. Alright, that's fair. Okay. I've done better. Oh, no. Wasn't gonna do another match. Alright, I think I'm gonna do one more attempt at Rogue Legacy. I've been playing for an hour. Yeah, let's do one more match. It'll be fine. I'm probably none of this match, but it's fine. No real progress on getting better, I would say. I am not gonna play with any of those characters. What? I'm still the best with the bow as a weapon. I'm also pretty good with the Dragon Lance, actually. I'm not great with it. This weapon sucks, but at least I get to play with the Night Glass to get that extra bonus damage. Plateau is pretty fine, I think. Like, it doesn't really have anything super difficult to deal with. What would be optimal is if I saved breaking all those things until after it. Ouch. I think the way you can be safe about taking an item. You should be able to, if you clear out rooms, that all the enemies cleared out and still have items for Demia's Blessing. Actually making sure you have enough enemies for the box. Ouch. Ouch. Well, that's what's giving me those little markers. Okay. Nice job. Wow, there's a lot going on. Like, what was that, 2 elite enemies? I think? It was, yeah, the archers up here. And then also a puzzle, not really a puzzle, it's just... Are you agile enough to make it through this? I am not. I am not very good at the game. Okay. War Drum is good. It's not good currently because I don't have any items with it. War Drum is good overall. It's not a good magic ability to have, but it gives me Blessing of Mana, so I get that at least. We're gonna take the weighted anklet just because spin kicks are a very necessary resource to use for a lot of things. So having 20% extra damage in it is pretty nice. I'll be able to prepare slugs faster. So I've been working on game development as always. I've got a few projects I want to work on, including a pretty cool chess roguelike that's based on Inscription. Possibly a roguelike based off of Uno. The card roguelikes tend to be the same majority. I might eventually make a fan-made Yu-Gi-Oh! Roguelike. That'd be pretty cool. Especially if you like a partner with Konami to make it. I've seen roguelike Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that are like completely fan-made, but they're not really my cup of tea. And they connect to a different platform for their battles. And I'm pretty sure it's like something you have to be battling another person for. Because they don't actually have an enemy AI coded thing with randomized decks. So I think that I would like to code that kind of thing in. I think I could. Maybe I'm overestimating myself, but I think I could make the code for that. I'll have to find out how to properly make an enemy AI. I'm not sure if I want to continue working in Godot for that, or if I want to switch over to like Unity, because I could switch over to Unity. I felt like it was necessary. I could make it all in 3D if I wanted to. I could also keep it in 2D. I've been working more on Blender recently, so that could be an interesting thing if I made it in 3D. Ouch. Okay. I'll be able to do more with the actual arena around the game. We will have to contact Konami. Because I don't want to make this game complete without their permission. I think it'd be pretty cool if I could get partnered with Konami. If they'd be willing to do that. Probably not, but, you know. Let's see about it. I am taking all the damage in the world. I do have a lot of respect for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. It's a very fun game that I like a lot. Making a full-on roguelike game would probably be pretty difficult. I'd love to see the code of Master Duel, but I'm not really someone who has access to that kind of thing. The code of major games. I don't even know how I would obtain that kind of code. Almost jumped right into the ice. That would have been so fun if I just didn't take that damage. Why didn't I think about going through here? Alright, let's see. Wait, no. Huh? Oh, it's because, one second. I see the problem. I measured from the wrong thing. I was supposed to measure from here, we can go here, and choose one. Yeah. I forgot how that puzzle worked. My bad. Alright. Fat fingered buns. I forgot how this thing worked. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Feel all commentaried out. Oh, I need to get better at being a good commentator. Really, I'm not like the most charismatic of people. Give you every sickness in the world. Get AIDS, please. Die. Man. Can you over here, can you fuck off, please? I'm blaming you. I'm taking so much damage. Stop. I thought I had the mana to use the ability. It wouldn't even matter if I did. I would have ended up trying to use the ability to get anyway. I don't think I missed any area, but I could check. I didn't. Alright, let's go on to the boss then. I'm pretty good at this boss, but I'll see if I get hit. Alright. Fully attached. No, I'm not really doing the most damage. This is not the weapon I love. I feel a lot of disdain for this weapon. Alright. That sucks. Alright, we're doing fine. One hit within this much HP, and that's not good considering that I need to win. And that's not... We only have maybe 2 hits left in there. Alright, phase 2. So yeah, that's fair. Okay, yep, that's fine. Well, that's it for today. Man, it's awful. It's probably awful in terms of the stream quality. Alright, that's it for me then. See you, everybody. Should load in the recommended bit rate. Delay. increase that? Like, maybe I'll find that out some other day. I don't really know how to change that. Alright then. See you, everybody. Have a great day. Alright.